So children, let us start unit number 11, that is your last lesson, that is climate changes. So you must have seen a weather forecast telecast that is broadcasted in the TV. So children, you must have seen that the person reading the news, he will tell that there will be showers in western provinces, there sometimes will be thunderstorms and mild showers, and they ask the general public to take adequate precautions or necessary steps to prevent from the damages due to lightning, thunderstorms, wind. So children, who reads this? So from where does these news readers and all, they get the information about the weather? So they get the information about the weather from the meteorological department of Sri Lanka. So that is highlighted in yellow colors. You can see the term meteorological department. So that is located in Bautaloka Mawatha, Colombo 7. So that is the department that's the details about the weather reports. So children, this is a weather report, usually a day forecast broadcasted by a media channel. So you must have seen on the TV and seen. So and you must have noted that these type of reports are being said during the news about the weather. So you can see in Tuesday. So what is the weather? It is like going to rain. So Wednesday will be a sunny day, and on Friday you will have late showers, and Saturday you will have early showers. So they read the temperature of the particular day, whether there is rainfall or not. So children, you must have come across these type of reports in the TV, that is given by the meteorological department in order to make aware the people so that they can take precautionary steps. So even though weather and climate, both of these words, they are like familiar to us, they are the same like, but it's not the same children. These two words, they are different. So climate means it is what we expect. So you must have seen that in the previous slide, you must have seen the news forecast that is broadcast by a media channel. So the meteorological department, it will expect a climate, the weather of that particular day throughout the week. So that is the climate that is expected, and weather is what we get today. So if it rains today, that is weather. So we will learn these two terms in detail. These two terms, they are different. So what is meant by weather? Weather, it is the condition of the atmosphere at a specified place, at a particular place during a short period of time. So children, let us learn about this. So in order to learn about weather, let us look at these pictures, children. So when I get up in the morning and I can see a very clear sky in the morning. The sun is shining very brightly and the sky is blue in color. So children, in the same day, in the evening, if I just look at the sky and I can see that the sky is full of clouds. The sky is cloudy in nature, and it starts to rain after some time during the evening. So children, this is known as weather. It is the condition of the atmosphere. Condition of the atmosphere means you could see that the sky was clear in the morning, and in the evening it was somewhat like cloudy and it's like going to rain at a specified place. And this is the picture that I have taken from in the morning and the sky in the evening. So during a short period of time. So in the same day, I could observe that the condition of the atmosphere, it changed. So this is known as weather, children. So you know what is weather? Weather, it is the condition of the atmosphere during at a specified place during a short time period, children. So there are many factors that determine the weather. The first one is the rainfall. So you know what is rainfall? It is the amount of precipitation, and it is measured using a unit, measured using a rain gauge, so that we will be constructing this rain gauge in your next lesson. and it is measured in millimeters. The unit of measurement of rainfall is in millimeters, children. So the next factor is the temperature. So the temperature, it expresses the hotness or coldness that of an object. So it is measured using a thermometer. So children, you know that during a sunny brightly shining day, the temperature is very high. So you can record it using a thermometer, and it is measured using a thermometer, children. And the humidity, it is the amount of water vapor in the atmosphere. So the amount of water vapor that is present in the atmosphere, it is known as the humidity. And if a lot of water vapor is present in the air, what happens? So we can say that the humidity is very high. You feel more wetter when the humidity of the atmosphere is high. So this is mainly expressed as a percentage, children. So I'll be talking to you this in detail. And the next factor is the speed and the direction of the wind. So you know that the speed of the wind is due to the it is caused by the movement of air from an area where there is high pressure to an area of low pressure, and this happens mainly due to changes in the temperature. So climate, it is the prevailing weather condition in an area for a long period of time. So after studying the weather conditions in a particular area for a long period of time, nearly about at least 30 years, they have to study the data. Then the climate of the area can be decided, children. So what is climate? It is the prevailing condition in an area for a long period of time.
Of the Industrial Revolution that kicked off in the mid-1700s, the Earth's surface is warming up at a never-seen-before rate. A major reason for the rise in temperatures is the increase in the concentration of greenhouse gases in the Earth's atmosphere. These cause our planet to retain heat from the sun. Greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide and methane are released into the atmosphere when fossil fuels are burned. Trees and oceans absorb carbon dioxide, but can't handle the large amounts that are now building up in the Earth's atmosphere. And because our forests are shrinking, even less carbon dioxide is absorbed. The high levels of carbon dioxide are already acidifying oceans, killing off coral reefs. It's also triggering a dangerous rise in sea levels and an increase in extreme weather events.
So children, these are the details of a weather recorded by a grade 6 student. So you can see this table that is given in your textbook in page number 160. So this student, he had recorded the weather data as rainfall, temperature and the humidity. Therefore, he had taken two particular days, that is the 2013 9th month, 17th and on the 18th. He have recorded in both the days in cities like Anuradhapura, Badulla, Pattiklo, Colombo, Galle and Hambantota. So he had recorded the amount of rainfalls in 17th and 18th, the rainfall, the temperature in and the humidity in these cities in the particular days. So children, what are they asking in the questions? What is the unit that is used to measure rainfall? So you can see the unit that is used to measure rainfall. In the rainfall column, you can see it is millimeters. So rainfall is measured using a rain gauge and it is expressed in the form of millimeters. So what is the unit that is used to measure the temperature? That is, the average temperature is measured using a thermometer and the unit is degrees Celsius. So which city recorded the highest rainfall on 17/9/2013? So children, which city recorded the highest rainfall on the 17th? That is the Anuradhapura city. So you can see the highest rainfall in 2013 9/17 is 1.8 millimeters, that is in Anuradhapura city. So which city recorded the highest temperature on that date? So you can see that is the city of Betiklo, that is 32.4 degrees Celsius. So other values, they are lower than this temperature. So the next question, the fifth one. Which city recorded the highest difference in rainfall from 1709 2013 to 1809 2013? So children, in 17, so you have to get the difference in the rainfall in this state and in this state. So which city recorded the highest rainfall? So you can see the rainfall in Anuradhapura city is 1.8 minus 0, that is equal to 1.8 millimeters. Then the next one, in Badulla it is 0 and on the 18th it is 0. Batiklo on the 17th it is 0, on the 18th also it's 0. So in Colombo it is 0.9 millimeters on the 17th, and in Colombo city it is 8.4. So when you subtract 8.4 from 0.9, what is the difference? That is about 7.5 millimeters. So the next one, Gaul and Gaul city. In the 17th it had a rainfall of 0.3 millimeters, and on the 18th it is 18 millimeters. So 18 minus 0.3, it is how much? It is 18 minus 0.3, it is 17.7 millimeters, children. So the next one, you can see the highest rainfall that is recorded on the 18th in Hambantota, that is 47.6, while on the 17th it is 0.6. So this difference is very higher compared to the others, that is 47.6 minus 0.6, that is 47 millimeters. So the highest difference in the rainfall was recorded in the city of Hambantota. Similarly, you can do the temperature, children. Record which city recorded the highest difference in temperature. So which city, children? That is Badulla. You can do it alone and see. That is Badulla city. So on the 17th it had a temperature of 30.1 minus 21.1 in the 18th. So you can have a difference of 9.1 degrees Celsius. Similarly, children, you can get the difference between the other cities and see which city, so and compare these cities and see. So the next one, which city recorded the lowest humidity on 17/9/2013? So on 17/9/2013, which city had the lowest rainfall humidity? Humidity is the amount of water content in the atmosphere, that is 50%. That is in the city of Badulla. So what was the humidity in that city on 18/9/2015? So on 18/9 in Badulla it was 90%. So children, you can check your answers by yourself. You can do the questions and check your answer. The answers are given here. So the next question, the meteorological department, it collects the daily weather reports of certain cities in Sri Lanka. The following table shows some data prepared using the weather reports for 30 years. Here what are they measuring? They are measuring the climate. So as I told you, climate, it is the prevailing weather condition that is measured in an area for a long period of time. You can see that here the weather report, it contains data for about 30 years. So you have to study the above table and answer the questions that are given. So which city had the highest average temperature? So children, you can see the temperature, the maximum temperature of which city was the highest for the 30 years time? That was in Colombo city. Yes. Then which city had the lowest average temperature? They are the lowest average temperature, it's the minimum temperature. So which city children had the lowest? It is the Nueredia city. So it is 11.6 degrees Celsius. So which city had the highest rainfall? So you can see the average annual rainfall in the table that is measured in millimeters. So the highest one is in Colombo, that is 2519.7 millimeters, and the lowest rainfall was recorded in which city? That is Hambantota, that is 1044.45 millimeters, children. So these are the answers. You can work them alone and check your answers. So studying the data that is related to the weather, the meteorological department, it keeps daily records about the weather. So the following graph, it shows the rainfall in Colombo during 12 months of a particular year. So children, they have drawn, this is a graph. So they have drawn a graph for the months of a year from January to December, and they have recorded the amount of rainfall in each of the months, and they have recorded this in the graph. So you have to study the graph and answer the following questions. So what is the month with the highest rainfall? So you can see in the red arrow, it shows you the month which had the highest rainfall, that is October. So what was that rainfall? So you can see in the graph. So the highest rainfall is 360 millimeters, children. So you can see, you can trace the line and see in the vertical axis the value, children, that is 360 millimeters approximately. So what is the month with the lowest rainfall? So the month with the lowest rainfall, that is February. So you can check your answers, children, by doing this activity. So children, the following graph, it shows the average temperature in the city of Colombo during 12 months of a particular year. So they have drawn the graph for the temperature. So the temperature they have measured, and the unit of temperature is degrees Celsius. They have measured using a thermometer. So, and they have put the values in the graph. So from January to December. So you have to study the graph and answer the questions. So what is the month with the highest temperature? So children, the month with the highest temperature is in April, that is 32 degrees Celsius. So the next question, the second one. What is the month with the lowest temperature? Looking at the graph, you can tell the temperature is lowest in the month of December, that is 30 degrees Celsius. So children, the third question, what can you tell about the temperature of the Colombo city? So in this question, when you are answering this question, you have to see the variation in the graph. So let us do that. From January to April, what has happened, children? So just think the temperature in January and February, they are 30.5 degrees Celsius. And in March, it has increased up to 31.5 degrees Celsius. In April, it is become 32 degrees Celsius. So what has happened to the temperature? It had increased from January to April. So next, what will happen in the other months? So from April to June, you can see that the temperature, it has decreased from 32 degrees Celsius in April. Now in May, what the temperature? It's become 31 degrees Celsius. And in June, it is become 30.5 degrees Celsius. So what has happened to the temperature? It has decreased. So in the other months, what has happened? The temperature, it had increased from the month of July to November. Then finally, so children, you can check your answers from this, and this is the end of the presentation. Thank you.